Hi everybody. Ham or squash or other, what family recipe, quote unquote, may be keeping you stuck? I don't know if you've heard this story before, but I love it. It's a great example of how people get stuck in life. There was a couple, they were going to have dinner. One of them was going to make a ham recipe. Okay, let's say the husband was going to make the ham recipe for the wife. And if you don't like ham, let's say it was going to be a stuffed squash recipe. So he was going to make the recipe, and first he cut both ends of the ham and put it in the pan, and put the other ingredients with the ham. If it's a squash, same thing. Cut the squash both sides, put it in the pan, sprinkle the seasonings, and was going to cook it. He cooked it, came out great. The wife said, "Gee, honey, I love that recipe. It's always my favorite. But do you know why why do you have to cut the ends off both sides before you put it in the pan?" And he said, "I don't know. My mother, I got this recipe from my mother, and it always came out great, and you always loved it. So I just follow it exactly as is, and I always cut the ends off before I put the item, the ham or the squash, whatever you're cooking, in the pan." So she said, "Gee, that's really interesting. I mean, I do love it, but I wonder what the reason is behind that. So do you mind if we call your mother and find out why she does that?" So he said, "All right." He calls his mother. He says, "Mom, we love that ham recipe. Why do you cut the ends off before you put it in the pan?" She said, "I don't know. I love that recipe too, and I got that from my mother. I follow it to a T, exactly as she did it." And he said, "Do you mind if I'm going to call Grandma and see what the scoop is on that recipe. Why do you have to cut the ends off before you put it in the pan?" So he hangs up, he calls the grandmother. "Grandma, why do you, when you make that ham recipe that we love, why do you cut the ends off before you put it in the pan?" She said, "I don't know. I do that recipe. I've been doing that for years. Ask your great-grandmother, because it's from her." Well, they call the great-grandmother, and the great-grandmother says, "Oh, that's easy. That recipe comes out delicious, but it was always too big for my small pan, so I had to cut the ends off. That's why." So now, when you listen to that, what kind of maybe family or societal or friend traditions, quote unquote, might you be keeping going for reasons either you don't know about, or for reasons that you know about and it doesn't apply to you anymore, or it shouldn't, because your pan is bigger. You have more capacity for whatever it is, and you're still following the old limited beliefs or needs of the people behind you. Or you believe in greater than they believed, and you are able to expand beyond their circumstances from the past, or just in their life in general. You don't have to do things exactly to a T the way other people do them or did them just because it worked for them. Do what works for you. So a lot of times these are limiting beliefs that challenge our lives and keep us stuck because we're following old instructions that have nothing to do with you and me anymore. And discussing limiting beliefs is a small part of the Infinite Possibilities for Well-Traveled Souls program that I'll be doing July 1st, Wednesdays, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, with replays for 6 weeks, and a 7th week for a wrap party after working on our goals and shifting our mindset to be more positive and hopeful and finding more opportunities where maybe we feel stuck in life currently, where things feel hopeless, but now you'll have more hope and positive baby steps to take forward with a positive, encouraging community around you who also are interested in positive mindset, self-reflection, and law of attraction and mindfulness activities. So I hope you'll join us. Thanks for tuning in. Keep following, and I really appreciate your being here. Bye-bye.